do you say, Mike?
Hope those cats are used to the heat.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Then that's the question here. Did we break another record today by chance?
Not quite. We were
All right.
2 degrees shy of it, so there's something. But we did add another day on to that 100-degree tally for the month of August and for the year. So very hot weather continuing here in Corpus Christi. We got to 101 for yet another day here in Corpus Christi. Feels like 111 still, but it's actually only 95 degrees outside. That's thanks to this very humid dew point up near 80 degrees. We also do have a pretty stout southerly wind at 31 miles per hour. That's sustained, not with the gusts. The gusts are about 10 miles an hour higher than that, so definitely grab a hair tie on your way out the door if you do have a nice long hair mop like I do. It's going to be very warm this evening, continuing in the upper 80s until about midnight or so. On your way out the door tomorrow, it's going to feel like we're still in the 90s though. We do have an excessive heat warning as well as heat advisory continuing for this evening until 8 o'clock, and then tomorrow it's the exact same map as this with the heat warning and heat advisories both kicking in at noon and going until 8 o'clock again for tomorrow evening. It's going to be a very hot start to the day. Like I said, feels like temperatures in the 90s already on your way out the door, working into the middle 90s for lunchtime, upper 90s and 100s across the coastal bend for highs tomorrow. So let's walk you through that hourly forecast. 82 for that low tonight in Corpus Christi, and then 100 for our high tomorrow afternoon with feels like temperatures in the 120s. So make sure that you are staying hydrated and keeping an eye on any of your students who do have those after school activities that practice outdoors. Make sure that they're staying hydrated and healthy as well. Another rinse and repeat forecast heading into Friday, temperatures in the 80s to start and ending in the 100s again. So very hot weather unfortunately continuing, and so is the dry weather. That high pressure that's just been on top of us all summer, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. So that means we're staying dry here in the coastal bend. We're also staying on the windy side of things until that low pressure you saw scoots off, and that means our winds finally calm down and the fire weather will also go down just a little bit. However, the thing not going down is our temperatures as this high pressure stays right on top of us here in Texas and the entire southwestern United States. We're going to be locked into something called an omega block pattern. You can see the two low pressures and the high in the middle. That's the omega block pattern because the winds going around it, you can see here, kind of looks like the Greek letter omega. I didn't draw it on here, but maybe I will for the 10 o'clock newscast. Temperatures continuing in the 100s this entire week, again with those feels like temperatures in the dangerous category, 123 for tomorrow and continuing around 120 for the rest of this week. Temperatures tonight again in the low 80s and upper 70s across the coastal bend, with high temperatures tomorrow right back up into the 100s across the coastal bend with very high temperatures out towards Jim Wells and Duval County. The winds are going to be breezy though, but all that's going to do, it's not going to cool us off. It's just taking that humidity farther inland, so locations like Alice even have a chance at getting into the 120s for the feels like temperature forecast. If you are heading out on the water, waves are going to be a little bit rough tomorrow, and we will have a higher rip current risk as a result of that. So do keep that in mind if you are heading out on the water or the beach to cool off, to keep an extra eye out for rip currents.
So the beach is actually cool? The water is cool?
Yeah.
It's like, more like bath water.
Yeah.
Kristen, thank you.